Well, I don't really have a particular question because I'm just focusing on feeling good right now. So,
which means you're a vibrational match to all of the answers and solutions that you've already put into the vortex. So, want to talk about them, or should we just all smile with one another?
I'd love to talk about them. Well, one question I do have is, this is from my brother, and he already knows the answer, but he just wants to hear me deliver it from Abraham. And right now he's in a situation to where he wants to be in the vortex, and he doesn't even know about the vortex actually, and he's only about 15 pages into asking and is given, and so am I. And once we heard about Abraham, we got really excited about it, and I knew I had to come here. And he just wants to know that everything is going to be okay. And he just wants to hear that from Abraham. He wants me to bring it home to him.
Well, we'll give him something that he wants even more than that. Okay. It isn't that everything will be okay. It's that everything is okay.
Yeah, okay.
Because he has already worked it out, and vibrationally speaking, just like everything that is ever manifested, there is a vibrational precursor to it. And so, and we understand why he would want to hear a confirmation of that, and you would want to pass a confirmation on, because it is easier to believe what you hear or to believe what you see than it is to believe what you feel.
Yeah.
We just had that conversation, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
But we and you weaken your brother by giving him something that he can hear, because then he doesn't have to do the work. So then he says, you've coaxed me into the vortex. I don't know how it happened. All I had to do was observe what I was hearing, and in observing what I was hearing, I went into the vortex. And we say, well, that's vortex entry by default. In other words, that wasn't deliberate vortex entry. That was accidental. That was observational entry into the vortex. And we say, well, we want you in there no matter what. But when you're a deliberate creator like you are, or your brother is a deliberate creator like he is, then we want him to know how to do the work. And the work is, he has to accept. Let's start in another place. Life will prove to you, through the emotions that you feel and the manifestations that follow, what the mix of vibrations that you come upon yield. In other words, if you're an ornery toad, your world is an ornery toad world. It just is. If you're easily aggravated, you've got plenty to be aggravated about all the time. If you're optimistic, your world is optimistic. In other words, the universe yields to you exactly what you expect. So everything that we're talking about is about training expectation to a place that is beneficial. The thing that we are working to convince everyone about is that the benefit is pronounced and exaggerated and enhanced and indicated by good feeling emotion, and detriment is enhanced and indicated by bad feeling emotion. And that's the thing. It is just really freakishly odd to us that so many humans don't get that. How can you not get that? How can it not be perfectly logical that love is better for you than hate? When you think about how you feel when you love, and you think about how you feel when you hate. And so maybe people get that part. Maybe the part they don't get is, but I can't control the stuff that I hate. And so when there's stuff that I can't control that I hate, then I've got no choice but to hate. And we say, there is another choice. You're not ever going to be able to control the uncontrollable. You have to figure out how to love instead of hate, which means you got to focus. You got to focus. So then your brother would say to us, well, that was the whole point of this question. I wanted you to give me something good to focus upon. And we say, but that's going about it the hard way. Because then You have to find your brother. You have to convince him that he should go to this freakish workshop. He has to get there early enough that he's sitting on the front row. Then front row really has nothing to do with it. Then he has to tune himself in some way that he is one of the rare ones of the hundreds of thousands of people that sit in the hot seat, that he gets chosen. And then he has to deliver my question, to which Abraham gives me a mocking answer. And we say, is that ever going about it the hard way?
Yeah, I can see that.
The easy way is just get into the vortex where all the solutions are. Did you like it? We felt you like it when we were telling you that as the problem is coming into focus, so is the solution.
Yeah.
So, and that's what we were saying to your brother. The solutions, what he's looking for, has already come into fruition. But he right now is more a vibrational match to the problem and the question than he is the answer and the solution. And he's hoping that we'll help him out on it. And we will, but he's got to come over here where we are in order to even begin to hear what we say. He's doing extremely well and has come with incredible reason for being here. And the contrast of his life has already, at this very early age, queued up so much wonderful stuff for him. And knowing what he knows enough right now. Tell him 15 pages into that book is enough.
All right.
Well, 6 more pages.
Okay.
He knows that he wants to feel good. And that's all you need to know. You just have to want to feel good and know that you can through the power of your own focus. That's it. That's the whole thing. Wasn't worth $195, was it? That's it. That's it. That's it. Something more?
Thank you.